Good morning. My name is Dr. Science. I'm glad you all showed up for my class, all bright and cheery. I had a funny thing happen to me on the way here. I was spending time in Miami, of course, lecturing in my circuit. As I pulled onto the highway, 75, there were alligators all over the highway. My God, what did I think to myself? Don't they have a road crew to pull these alligators off? Maybe they lack the money and the manpower. Possibly, it's an economic crisis. And in this particular county that I was in, Miami, that's the way they fund these things, by having alligators. But I closed up my windows fast because I hear another vehicle and another vehicle buzz by me, and splat, those alligators all over the place. Now, I'm from the great state of Connecticut.
That's it.
That deserves a couple extra. Oh, jeez.
And I know that growing up in Connecticut, it was kind of common to see the alligators on the road. Tires were biased tires. Companies couldn't always afford to buy radials like today, so they belted those tires. We called them recaps. And sometimes going down the highway, you could see those alligators all over the place. But this particular county that I was in, there were plenty of those alligators. They were around. So interesting place, this Florida. But we're here to examine the facts this morning, put them under the microscope, and we're going to be examining the theory of relativity, the theory of evolution, revolution, revolving, and Einstein's theory of what goes up must come down. This morning what's going up is a humorous speech contest that is actually underway right now. What goes up must come down, according to Isaac Newton, right? Come down. I said come down right this minute. We need to have a talk. Come down. What do you think? This calls for action. Well, didn't work. I must be a bad shot. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? I tell you, each and every one of you, isn't it funny? It's very funny. Now, according to the theory of relativity, that means possibly you all are related. Are anyone here related? Maybe not in body, but maybe in mind? Any of you those that have a mind? Is anybody... Raise your hand if you're present this morning. Raise your hand also if you're not present. You only think you're here. Maybe your body's here, but you're still home in bed. Yes, I'm sure we have a few of those. But it's funny. It's very funny what's going on. What's going on, you might say? Well, they haven't fired. Well, they have. They fired the first shot and the second shot. You know what's funny about that? Most of us aren't even aware that it's a war. We're at war with China. Did you read the papers? Oh yes, they've got a 1 million-man army. Marching. 1 million-man army, but have they crossed any borders? No. Have they gotten in their airplanes, into their boats, and captured any lands? No. But it's funny. It's very funny. It's an economic war. I just saw last week, they moved into the number 2 position in the world as being a superpower. And you know what? There are creditors. Isn't that funny? 15 years ago, they were at spot 15. Now they're moving up to number 2. Isn't it funny? How did they fire the first shot? Well, they stopped buying our bonds. They're turning in their dollars. They're buying euros. They're buying gold. They're buying silver. They're buying all the resources up. Aren't they foolish? Why, we're involved in war. War is much more practical. There's much more money to be made in war. Well, only if you buy the war stocks, the stocks that are involved with armaments. But otherwise, war's kind of unprofitable, isn't it? Chinese right now, they're encouraging all their citizens to buy gold and silver coins. In fact, right now, they're trying to get all the gold they've got held in the Bank of England. They're trying to get that back to China. So it's kind of funny where we're headed with this whole episode. Will China come out top at number one? Is there a competition? Is there a little challenge? Will we rise to the challenge, or we go blindly into the future? Time will tell. But isn't it funny how fast they move to the top? And where will we be? Will we be at the road warrior stage? Will we be the third world nation? Will we be working for them? Isn't it funny? Most of us, they aren't even aware that the first shots have been fired, and it's not even the newspaper, but we're at war with China.